Okay, so we're at Glen Oaks Ball Fields. And it looks like there are, I believe it was 3 fields. This one has this yellow edge around as well, but it's not a pipe. It's like something that was made for this. It's a pretty small field, so probably T-ball. There's porta potties. There's some batting cages, a shed to store some things, and a few parking spaces over here. Some restrooms in the distance. We'll go take a look over there. Okay, so there are 2 ball fields total here. Some bleachers. There's a little hut behind home base, I guess, for calling the scores. You have a digital scoreboard in the distance there. There's dugouts. I'm assuming this building is another one of the concession stands. Maybe not. Oh, there's one of those rollers. There was a lot of discussion about spending a lot of money on one of those. It looks like the creek runs along here. There are lights out here on the field, so kids can play under the lights. There's just 2 sets. No, there's 4 sets of lights here. But that's it. There's nothing else for kids to do. So parents, if you bring your kids' siblings with them to play, they will have to just, I don't know, play in the sand. This is Taylor Avenue Park. It's located across from the dog park. It seems to be a baseball field over here, which I'm not 100% sure if that's still considered the same park. We'll go over there in a few minutes. There are 2 parks that are listed right in this same area. Gloucester Township Emergency Medical Services building is here. There's a parking lot with a few parking spaces. This park seems to have been here for a while. You can tell by this sign how old this thing is. Township of Gloucester Recreation Area. This has a play set that's on the older side with some mulch and lots of weeds that are dead growing in it. Not in the best shape. Here's some of these black tape around the stairs that we've seen on some of the other parks. So yeah, this place that is on the older side for sure. There are a couple of benches. Looks like one really old picnic table over there. So yeah, that swing set is definitely on the older side. And this is it. This is Taylor Avenue Park. So this is the ball field that's across from Taylor Avenue Park, which I'm still not sure on these ball fields how these work. This one here has like a building with a concession stand underneath, some bleachers. It's a pretty large field, but it's just one field versus some of them that have multiple ball fields in one area. There's a bunch of parking here, but I don't know if these baseball fields are actually considered parks for the township. They seem to be somewhat either managed or owned by individual, maybe nonprofit organizations. I don't really know. So I'm not sure if this is Catalina Hills Park, but it's some sort of a park. I mean, we've seen things called a park that are worse than this, or less than this, I should say. But this seems to just be a baseball field. It's off of Pasadena Drive. I'm guessing it's considered Glendora. It has all the same signage as some of our other parks, but there's no other park naming what it is here. The trash cans have our name on it. So there is a basketball court with 2 nets on it. We have a baseball field. That's pretty much it. There's a bunch of people walking dogs heading towards the woods. But then there's signs that say no dogs. I don't know what that's about. If it's like access to maybe trails. The sign here does say Glendora Little League. These are the Broadmoor tennis courts. There's no street parking. It just comes in off of a road off of Roberts Lane in Broadmoor. Oh, I apologize. It said that it was Broadmoor tennis courts, but the sign here is saying Broadmoor Hockey Rink. It's just a fenced-in area here. There's a bench, one single bench. And there's some blacktop with some, I don't know if those aren't lines painted, I don't believe. I think they're just repair patches or something. I'm not sure. But there are just 2 hockey nets. I don't know if the township owns those or if neighborhood kids brought them here. But that's it. This is the Broadmoor hockey court. I'm sorry, not Broadmoor hockey court, Broadmoor hockey rink. This is considered a rink. A big square fence is a rink.